doing this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Theta Thursdays. My headset has officially broken this week, so now I have to use my mother's work headset. Isn't that wonderful?
Good for you, Mifune. Just letting everybody know that it's the special Poggers edition of Theta Thursday this week. We're 75% more Poggers this week.
Greg, the funny thing is, you didn't even know what that word was until like a few days ago.
I still really don't, buddy.
Yeah,
still don't
that's
even know
what
what it
makes it
means.
funny. Anyways,
who we got on the show tonight, Don?
Welcome everybody. We've got me, obviously, Don Rhea. I'm apparently still a cute kitty cat. I'm fine with that. We have Dox Heckard, my boy toy. We've got Ragnar Schwarzkopf.
Don, that's sexual harassment. Can you please not do that? Thank you.
He's my yang to my yin. We have Greg Haza, one of my favorite people I've ever discovered in EU, and then obviously my co-host Mifune Swordgud.
Obviously.
That cat is cute. You can back off. Do we want to start off with that, or do we want to save that till later?
I can do it now. So
let's start it off. Greg,
you talk about it while I pull it up for stream.
So we had a lot of people last week. We had a lot of people post pictures of their pets and send pictures of their pets into Theta Thursday, the Theta Thursday Discord. And one of the cutest, actually the cutest, the one that's going to win 100 million ISK, is a special little kitten, special little kitty cat who apparently likes belly rubs, named Patches. So that's Mintauno that gets that look at Patches. Oh,
it is an adorable cat.
So just message me in game there, Mintauno. Greg Haza, just as it's spelled on the screen there, and I'll get you your 100 million ISK. And congratulations!
Absolutely, I love that picture. It's so cute. He's just like got this cute little face and itty bitty paws.
It is cute.
I know. That made my day when I got to see that picture. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. So that one definitely won. There were a lot of cute animals, dogs and cats, but that one just stuck out the most to me just because it was very it's adorable. So
yeah, we'd like to thank everyone for sending their pet pictures in, and remember, if you get a new pet, have them spayed or neutered.
Yeah, Don.
So I think one of the first topics I want to
Mine has a reason, okay?
One of the topics that I wanted to touch that apparently none of my other co-hosts really knew about was the drama between Snuffed Out and the Space Pope.
Well, I knew there was drama. I just didn't care.
Nobody really seems to care. But the fun thing was, as far as I know, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm always wrong with my information half the time. But as far as I know, the Space Pope, the group of people that run that, they've done a lot of things in New Eden for many, many years. And one of those things that they are apparently known for is helping players in a time of need. I've heard some stories of people that had to go on military deployments that were very, very sudden here and there, and the Space Pope and their allies helped those kinds of people to take care of themselves in EVE Online, make sure they're okay, make sure they're all safe, things like that. And Snuffed Out, who has been slowly rebuilding their vast empire, as it was.
What?
Their vast empire, yes, that's what I called them, because I gotta give them props.
They own Losec.
Yeah.
Like drag Durkin. Why can't I still not drag people? Why can't I drag people into these shows? I can drag them out, but I can't drag them in. This is bullshit. Hi, Dirk. Welcome. Continue, Mifune.
But as far as my understanding, what happened was that Snuffed Out started reffing their structures, and everybody on the EVE Reddit kind of had a shit fit And that's to be honest. Like, exactly, Mad Cows is right. People are calling Snuffed out for being bullies, for bullying a group in the game that should just kind of be respected enough to not touch. And people are bullying Snuff about it. And Snuff, 2 hours ago, about 2 hours before the ref came out, they decided that they were going to issue a apology on the Eve Reddit, saying that they would not be going for the timer. And it turned out to be a completely falsified Reddit post. They did not stay true to their word, and they attacked the structures anyway.
Are you saying Snuff didn't stick to their word? Colored me surprised.
I mean,
like,
who didn't fucking see this coming? Like, God, that's what
it's
Snuff
not even
does.
a question of that. It's more a question of Snuff posted something to Reddit, and people were, like, gullible enough to believe it. Snuff Reddit baiting has a long history, and, like...
It is a standard, it's a tradition at this point.
So who are the key players in Snuffed?
Haiwanto is their leader, and he's been on the Meta Show multiple times. Verticio is just a regular member in there, but he is a former Imperium head infiltrator / spy, and he's
he's a former professional shittler.
I feel like no, he's still a professional shittler.
Trottel Elf is their head diplo as well.
No, Trottel.
I believe he's. Is he the one that asked me weird questions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was asking me about my places and things. It was okay.
Wait, what?
So
expand on
that.
I mean,
he just trolls people about stuff, and he got a bit weird one night. It doesn't matter.
I did get an apology though, so I appreciated that. But Verticio is the one that got Kumi's Titan killed, and before the resistance changes. And Verticio is known for just being really good at getting spy characters in, whether he no matter how hard you try to keep him out. I felt very betrayed, but he decided that Snuff was where he wants to be. So, because they don't keep their word with anything, so
Fair enough.
So it sounds like there's drama other than the war. There's obviously other stuff going on in New Eden.
Oh,
but
speaking of drama, and
I have paperwork proof that there's nothing else going on in this game.
Well, I think I linked this earlier in some channels. Some guy on Reddit, and I know the chat might freak out with this. Some guy on Reddit is apparently claiming that UK residents can now sue CCP. Apparently, according to new
it's
law.
not sue CCP.
Is this all we have to talk about?
No,
is this really where we're going? We're going with some guy on the internet said that under UK law you can now do something that you probably can't actually do.
Dirk, let's be fair here. I told Mifune he needs to read Reddit more, so he's just trying to show that he did his homework. And not that Reddit's good, but we need to know what's going on in the game occasionally. Because I'd bring up stories.
You do not need Reddit for that. Nobody needs Reddit.
I'm sorry, Dirk. Where do you get your Eve news from?
Yeah.
I know some wonderful news sources.
You actually talk to people? Gross.
Yeah, we have.
You want to know where we get all our stuff? Reddit.
Yeah, we actually pay attention instead of looking at the. I mean, I don't even know what to call Reddit.
Docs, I know you don't pay attention half the time, because whenever I talk to you, you always say what?
You think I don't pay attention.
We can give also a big shout out to Jim Halescott's EVE Online Facebook group, too, who was a guest on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. He was a good guest. Very funny. I appreciated it.
God. I didn't think we could get worse than talking about Reddit as a, good source of news.
Oh, Facebook? I know.
Then we went Facebook and
oh
my God.
Well, you're familiar with how good Facebook is as a news source.
Well,
it's got 50,000 people in it, so, so there's got to be a crumb of truth in there somewhere. But Greg is known to froth the masses up there. He'll drop a line and run away and laugh maniacally as he does it.
Oh, dear Lord.
It's a good time. It's a good time. But no, Mifune did his homework, and he's brought up a lot of things that I had either didn't pay attention to or didn't read myself per se. I read most of the stuff, but this week's been like one of my like down weeks.
Subjective, this poor man to Reddit.
He's got to learn how to like bring the topics to the table, and he's brought topics to the table. So, I was really spicy on Tuesday.
Yeah, I heard that, Don. That was something
kind
else.
of a bitch. I got really bitchy, like about 2/3 the way through that. I feel a little bad. I didn't mean to interrupt people, but it was when you can't see each other. Shut the fuck. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Oh,
I think a good thing to bring up about the Trash Talk Tuesday and today is, Villy, how is ringing that dinner bell going for you? You were so smug about, we ring the dinner bell and goons ping and we get to feast. How'd that go for you today in FM Tech?
Well, they were kicking our ass for a while and then we won, right?
Did you feast? Was it a feast today, Villy? Did you, how was that dinner bell working? Just I want to know from you.
Do
we have that battle report?
That was shared earlier?
It was like 44 on our side to 61 on theirs, I believe. Billion.
Here you go, Mifune.
There's a smug post from a guy in local that said, "Thank you, goons, for the feed. We will now take this iHub."
And then they ran away, which was like even better.
Yeah.
We didn't even have a cap on grid, and yet they had. I saw Dreads and one Thanatos and a Fax at least on the battle report.
Thanatos and Fax died. I think the Dreads lived.
Hey, Villy.
Yeah, they did. I didn't see them dead.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there you go. There's your dinner bell, Villy. We're bringing it. Why aren't you coming? Come on, it's time to feast. Come and get it, Villy.
Greg, stop that shit.
Remember, bit by bit, guys.
In a really weird way.
Bit by bit, they're gonna make sure that we stop logging in.
Yeah,
stop going to defend these things.
Thinking about M2 and the escape attempts. So it's been like a month, right, since those dudes have been all trapped there.
2 weeks.
All right, so it's been like close to 3 weeks. And figure an account is like, you have to subscribe accounts for a Titan, right? So
average it to $15.
So that's looking like a lot of time and a lot of money invested to just kind of not log in, right?
Yeah, it is.
It can add up. Now, because I know Dirk may end up having to... We also may end up having to cut the show short today because of things potentially happening every fucking Thursday. Because I guess that's the day you do things to get set up for Saturday. We can get back to the dinner bell thing, but the thing that I noticed from yesterday to today is the MER came out, and that thing's a train wreck.
That thing's always a train wreck. I'm gonna look this up actually, because we were having a conversation earlier, and I mentioned that there were 3 days of data just outright missing from the MER this month, and
I don't feel like those 3 days would necessarily impact it that much.
Those days are December 3rd, 4th, and 26th for December.
Days missing.
3 days of the month are just the data isn't there.
And this is put out by CCP, right? So they should have it.
This is right. So here's the fun part. Every time they publish an MER, the days that are missing from the MER change. So they have
it's not
the
even
data.
Consistently the second.
Next month, we will see the 3rd and the 4th and the 26th probably cropped back up in the data, but other days will be missing. This isn't a consistent thing, and so the data is there, it's just not there.
Interesting. Is it something to do with their algorithms? I don't know much about computing stuff.
their MER algorithm is a very old thing that CCP Quant wrote back when he was still the chief economist at EVE Online and actually was doing economic analysis rather than, whatever the economy team over the last year has been doing to EVE Online. And basically they've just been maintaining it and using it to spit out the same MER data month after month, and nobody quite knows how that algorithm works anymore, best as we can tell.
So the monthly economic report data is important for primarily, I guess, for Reddit posts, right?
I mean, it also shows like what CCP sees as like potentially like the numbers that they work with to determine if things are healthy or not. And let me fucking tell you, production has crashed down to below blackout levels, which is crazy. And let me go down to the ratting stuff here. I'll link it to you, Mifune, if you feel like putting any pictures.
Yeah,
up,
I'll put some of the pictures up. Send it up.
You'd think production would be up due to the war, right?
Oh no, it's flatlining. Pretty bad.
Which graph am I pulling up here out of?
Well, I mean, just whatever you feel like. There
Production
are
versus destruction,
now.
this one?
Everybody, here's my disclaimer: I am not like a
We're
numbers
not
person, so
statistics
sometimes I need
nerds.
somebody.
Here's a better one.
I need someone to explain sometimes, like what it really means, and that's why Dirk's here, because like and Docs and them, because like they may know graphs much better than I do. But I was explaining to Docs actually, funny enough, yesterday. I was like, big number good, small number bad, or big number bad, small number good. It's one of the two usually. But look at that. That's production. Look at that.
This is the graph of production versus the destruction across all of EVE Online. And I know all of the statistic nerds are probably creaming in their pants with this.
I mean, it's a bad graph, but whatever.
I mean, what? Tell me what graph to pull up. Visual. I'm not good with this stuff, so.
He's not bashing you. He's just saying like CCP's graphs are bad.
This specifically is a bad graph because it takes. Well, I mean, just generally, their entire economic analysis is kind of weird because the way the MER adjusts is that it's continually adjusting for today's prices, right? So, like,
oh, it's kind of gross.
BTAC-R was what, like a
$300,000 back then.
It was trillions of ISKs worth of value at the time, right?
Right.
Today's value for BTAC-R in CCP's actual economic data is somewhere in the region of like $500 billion. Their MER data actually puts the value of the day BTAC-R happened at like $500 billion. So CCP are constantly adjusting for where the prices are now in their MER data, which just makes a lot of the historical movements kind of weirdly irrelevant.
Well, it's still, this particular graph only shows the last like 2 years of numbers. So they're still close enough relatively wise to paint a picture of what's going on, because you can see the peaks and valleys about the different things announced or changes to the game. Like obviously Blackout's right there, that big old crater in the center.
Here we go. This is the one I was looking at.
That one's
sinks and faucets. This is
granted that one's fucked up because of the ESS system isn't getting counted correctly per se, but it is still pretty crazy. I'll get onto that one too.
This one's pretty crazy, and this is what shocked me out of the MER. And this is income by various areas of income. The blue is bounty, the red is incursion payouts, the light blue is your insurance, the yellow is manufacturing, the dark pink is purchasing skill points, like skill injectors, I believe, and all that. Green is
They're
using the
pink.
LP stores. Orange being a broker's fee, and the big pink being transaction tax. But this is just over the past year. And just seeing
2 years, sweetie.
2 years. Oh,
This is
2018.
January of
I'm dumb.
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, see, this is why I'm
No,
bad
3
at
years.
things
No,
like this.
we're going on 3 years now. We're getting there.
I'm bad at things like this. But just to see the dip and just the way is being made, is this what you want, CCP?
I just find it funny that people almost made as much money on insurance payouts as they did running incursions.
Oh, I know.
For
I
one
thought
day.
that was hilarious.
That's
For
hilarious.
a singular day. For a singular day. And guess what day that was?
Oh, that was funny. From everybody else talking, like, apparently, I guess, like, the bounties aren't getting completely added correctly because some of them go into the commodities, into the ESS, so they don't just show up as raw ISK anywhere.
Yeah.
But the actual bounties of every system or every region of the game has, like, sung through the floor. Like, Oasa, for actual physical cash, they only made, I think, 1.6 trillion. Let me pull it up.
So, what do you think the most effective way today for someone involved in the war, someone involved in Pappy, or someone involved in Goon Swarm is to make money? What's the safest, most effective way?
Go to high sec and run abyssals.
There's
That's
that.
like, if you want
And then
fast way to
Yes.
make money, that's what you do.
And there are the people that are still
Or yourself
making
out
money.
on OnlyFans.
I was
Whoa.
gonna say that there are still people out there on both sides that have stockpiles of minerals that they're using in production. Things like that. Production is still profitable, kind of. Like the margins are like absolutely minuscule. Like worse than they ever have been, but there's still a profit margin. There is still a margin.
Dirk, with your prowess in this area, what would you recommend for the humble goon that trying to make money?
Go to high sec, run abyssals.
I mean,
Go to high sec run abyssals if you've got like the skills to be able to do that, or some cash that you can dump into a character to do it. There's some, high sec incursion groups who, I mean, I would never recommend high sec incursions, but there are some who will take you at like quite a low skill character and kind of, just kind of hope that you would improve, as you move along. Or just like, I don't know, running missions is still an outright payout rather than, having to worry about bounties or anything ratting anywhere. So that might even be worthwhile just to look at, run hauling missions or whatever. Just try not to get banned by CCP for, I don't know, seeming like a bot hauling missions. Because that was a thing they did.
Literally, if you want to make money, just go to high sec. Like, unironically, you want to make money, go to high sec.
you can, like, outside of maybe super mining or local mining, depending on where you are, you can pretty much do literally everything that you used to do. Like, there's nothing stopping you. It might not be as good, but
There was a question in Twitch chat about why don't I recommend high sec incursions.
Because most of the people running them are terrible.
Put yourself in a public fleet.
Yeah.
With 40 people you don't know, have basically no vetting over, and then are expected to, be on comms and listen to them.
Yeah, and like FCs who are so far up their ass who think they're literally God and like will warp you off before the last room so you don't get ISK.
There's also a fair point in Twitch chat that I completely missed that I should have touted. You can just write articles for INN. Like we've taken some stuff and tried to polish it up and thrown it out there and paid people for writing, good articles, bad articles, their own random opinions on the way of Eve and the way Eve is right now. So yeah, like that's actually 500 mil a go or something. So yeah. There we go in Twitch chat. Johnny Crow has made a not insignificant amount of money writing for INN, and you can see some of the stuff he's written. It's all kind of fun, but he considers them shitposts.
Who would one get in touch with, and how would you do so if you wanted to write for INN?
You want to jump on the Discord and then basically ping @editors in the public channel. One of the editors will pick up that ping, have a bit of a chat with you, tell you a bit more about how the process works, see if you're interested in just like a one-off submission, or if you want to join the staff team, things like that. There's a good bunch of guys in our writing team. Various bits of conversations that occur.
Hello.
Some of them
Hi,
are
DeLorean.
Mifune, do you have a link to the INN Discord that you can put up for the people in Twitch chat?
The INN Discord is actually being a rotated link through the Stream Elements bot, but it is
I see it there.
www.discord.gg/Imperium, I think, off the top of my head.
I wrote an article about myself and I didn't get paid. What the fuck?
Listen, DeClorian, if I don't get paid for running a show for almost 7 months straight, you're not going to get paid for your article about yourself.
Because they are doing you a favor.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a point.
Probably. I do get... Well, to be fair, we've gotten some benefits now. Like, I just redeemed a new skin today for the Caracal, the partner skin for the Caracal.
Wow. Ooh, that's a fair point.
I would just like
sexy.
to let... This is very important. I'd just like to let everyone know. Whoever Chong Lu is from... Let's see, what corporation is he from?
Is that the pod that died?
Member of Higgs Cat, who is in the Alliance of War and Wormhole. I would like to say I'm sorry for doomsdaying your malediction with the Keep Star.
He's not
you
sorry.
were. I had
He's
to
not
do
sorry
it.
at all.
But Greg, what were you going to ask?
I was going to ask how our sexiest twink is doing this week.
Really fine. Not really. I think I got COVID.
Oh no, dude!
Finally, I got it. Yeah, no, it's all good. I'm all fine. But yeah, finally, I think I got it. Some people that I deal with in a daily basis got COVID. I still haven't been tested, but I will be. So yeah,
he's possibly got the death flu. He's fine, but he's possibly got the death flu.
It's all good.
I don't know. If you get a light dose of the death flu, it's not that bad. I'm pretty sure I had it last year and was off work for like 3 weeks.
But I was with fever.
Yeah.
I had some fever, and after that, it was all fine. So
if you don't get the coughs, you're
the
probably
flu or a cold.
Knock on wood.
Maybe it was just a flu or a cold. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like I thought it was that, but then I discovered that a person that I deal with daily basis got COVID, and her daughter also. So basically, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're still alive.
Yeah.
For now.
Oh, people are already asking for my cam. I'm sorry.
Our Discord never ceases to amaze me. I open up the memes, and the first one I see is how to avoid getting caught masturbating to bees.
I mean, I don't know what you expected, Don.
I don't know. I never know. And it's never the same people posting anything. It's always some random person's like, look what I found. Huh?
It's always me or Ragnar or Akbar posting stuff from the meme Reddit. From r/memes.
It's because I have nothing better to do. Like, fuck, dude.
Okay.
Ultra, you can't post a link. If you want to post a link, you got to send it to Mifune, and then
Mm-hmm.
He can post it.
Some recent news: Pappy is trying to celebrate a victory right now of killing an Astra House. Astra House in DTAC W that's off of the T5Z gate. And I commented.
Which one?
I don't know.
It was
Is it the
Astra
right
House
ball or the left ball?
I don't know.
Oh, you're right. Let me see if this is knobs.
Let me see.
It was the right ball. Okay. Madkel says so. They're smug posting about it, and I said, "Whoa!" And Astra only like 80 more to go, and the guy comments and he goes, "Slow and steady wins the race." Excuse me, it's been what 6 months of this?
More probably.
Listen, if we posted every Astra House in Athenor and Rytire that I killed in Quirius in the past 2 weeks, y'all be drowning. So keep it together,
Brave
Pappy.
went home like a bitch with their legs between their legs, with their tail between their legs.
Go to the Theta Discord.
Didn't we get a new corporation this week? Didn't a new corporation join Goonswarm?
I don't know. Ask Docs.
Was there?
Docs and Dirk. That is actually your areas, you two.
No, it's not. No, it is
area.
not. No, it's not.
You're supposed to know these
Docs
things.
What do you mean? Docs is Diplo. That is his.
No.
You're saying Diplo should know who joins us?
Corporations joining GSF is not under the auspices of Corpse Diplo.
No, it used
It's
to be.
also not under some random dude that decides to spam it in local.
It used
to
be.
Sorry, Greg. Severance isn't joining Goonswarm, no matter how hard.
Yeah, you want to talk to Amir and Clavas for that.
Though there are some really interesting. So Severance has taken up hold of the lower southern Queries area, and here's my official. Like, if you don't mess with us with what we're doing in Queries, I won't shoot your buildings for a while. That's my offer there. And then Stella Reconnaissance.
Ugh, I hate
has
them.
Like a northern pocket.
Isn't it Stella?
Once
they
again,
have toxic people who call people. Since I can't say it on Twitch,
gamer
the R
words?
word in local. Yeah, they call people gamer words in local.
Hey,
and he still isn't
They're
banned.
terrible about it though, because it's that they're not only talking like major gamer smack in the middle of Eve local, but they will harass you to a point.
Like, listen, I got bigger fish to fry, so if y'all just like keep to yourselves, I personally will not make a point to go blow your shit up.
Stella Reconnaisseur or whatever the hell they are, SR really likes the idea of fucking with FozzieSov and just constantly flipping iHubs and TCUs back and forth in Quirius. They've done it to Goons for the past year and a half. They just absolutely love to, oh my god, Goons put down an iHub, we're gonna destroy it, and then 2 days later it's back to Goons, and then a day later it's back to SR, and then 2 days later back to Goons again, and it's just like, listen, you're not gonna beat Goons, so just stop wasting your ISK on iHubs.
No, see, you're letting them win by saying that live on stream. Like, you just don't give them anything because they're shitheads who feed off of that. And you just let it fly, report them when they say gamer words, and it's fine.
I mean, as I said, they're really not on my list right now to deal with, but, they want to jump up there, they can. So, clearing out the rest of it first. Theta has been active doing some stuff. Joined Theta today. Delta Squad has been doing stuff. Black Ops has been doing stuff. Viet Goon, or whatever the AMOX group.
The Viet Goon Jungle, yes.
Have been doing their thing. In it and company have been doing a great job out in Catch. And now, because they've talked about it on the Meta Show, I can bring it up. So, if you didn't catch the Meta Show this past week, I believe, Bastion out in Esoteria are absolutely having a blast because they have stolen at least 5 Tataras that the enemy unanchored and just kind of forgot about.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say we haven't done that because we certainly have, but Yes, we can make fun of them for it.
Just because they got a keep star doesn't, mean anything. But still, it's funny. They're unanchoring from what Kishia said on Saturday. They were unanchoring about 100 structures out of the 300 that they have down in Esoteria. Pappy clearing out Fountain really saved everybody a lot of hassle.
Dawn, I'm just really confused. Wasn't it? Who was it? Was it ProGod or Villy? They said that they were going to hold on to all the systems, including Delve, Fountain, and
that's right.
A period basis. So, why are they pulling up structures?
It couldn't have been anyone important.
This is what it is. They're moving them to Delve to start setting up. That's what they're doing. They're taking it out of Esoteria and bringing them to Delve to set up, or period basis, or wherever.
Look, alright, brand new structures and the cores to go in them are expensive, alright? They can't just afford to buy new structures.
Functional structures.
And lose Asbels every other fucking day in M2 willy-nilly. They can't just afford for this.
Or Fortizar's out in Ketch. Though I did just find out about one that is a very big, important one for their Jump Freighter network out in Ketch. So maybe that'll become a new opportunity of choice.
The thing is, with everyone in Goon Swarm, we were gelling as a team. There are no passengers. And I don't know if the same thing can be said for Pappy. Everybody's putting their work in the Imperium, and to call it work would be actually it would be the wrong word. It's fun. It's a game, and we're all enjoying it.
I mean, speak for yourself. Some of us do have space jobs.
Oh, sorry.
We need to have it, Turk.
We need to have Caleb here just to say to you guys, you are trying to fight an attrition war against goons, and it's not going to work. Because we play this shit as a living. We need to have Caleb, he's saying this for the past year, at least. What the fuck?
I mean, they have a lot of combined money. Potentially they could attrition us. It's not like
of course they have a lot of combined money. Frat just bots and then give the ISK. They literally have infinite money if Frat stays in it.
Frat doesn't have any money.
Frat doesn't have any money. They
Frat has no money.
Mega neg walleted in the past.
It's not even about that. I know from talking with my sources that Frat constantly just didn't have money to pay SRP and things like that during their war with Test.
Which is why they're pulling out of stuff now. And even in the north, they pulled out. We have confirmed reports and
but can you tell us on stream?
I mean, I could. The FRT has been fire sailing in T5Z local. I mean,
no,
I know what you're talking about. I won't talk about that on stream. No, they would rather fire sell their stuff in T5Z and then rebuy their supers and titans up in the north.
No, I would do that too if I could get away with it. Think about it. So in T5Z, you could sell a super for in the 20s or 30s, maybe, probably low 30s.
Like a hull or fit.
I saw a super hull for 14 earlier.
Okay. So let's say you sell a super hull for 15. Just the hull, right? Then you go back to Wassa and you buy another one for 10. Made some profit right there.
Yeah.
And they don't have to bother with moving. And that's what a lot of them are doing right now. And they're just kind of slowly moonwalking out.
I hear they're trying to start a fight in Vale. How's that? Does anyone know anything about that?
And they failed miserably.
They ate shit twice.
They ate absolute dog.
How so? Was it just really bad fights, or
it was a slaughter? Fraternity slapped their dicks on the table and lost all of it.
Yeah.
Do we have a link?
Well, it was a Reddit post, but someone linked it. They were graphs and stuff. But I think they did it for 2 weeks, and each time they lost over 100 billion each week, like Frat and the other guys.
The first week was almost 200 billion, and then the second week was over 300.
Yeah. So, and the guys defending didn't even lose that much both times.
So then they just start going home?
How do the smaller alliances and corps, how do they deal with that kind of loss?
Greg, oh, never mind.
What? Do it, man. Say what
no, I thought you were about to say, how did like a smaller fighting force beat, a bigger one? I'm like, we're literally doing it right now, Greg. But no, your question was different.
Oh, that reminds me of something. But I'll let you finish your question first.
It's still valid though. Like, how does someone, and to quote the Tiger King, financially recover from something like that?
You pull out, you activate that peacetime of we're not going to war with anybody, and you try to make money. But of course, Fret can't even do that because they constantly get neg-walleted.
What does neg-walleted mean? I'm sorry.
Take money out of their wallet.
It's where CCP takes all the money out of the wallets and puts it to a negative value. So if I get neg-walleted by CCP, and let's just say it's something like 50 ISK, well, I have to make 50 ISK to then get back to having 0 ISK, right? Like basic math. And CCP is neg-walleting Fraternity by the trillions.
So okay, so to actually describe that process a little bit better.
Probably better than
because that was basically just like bad.
Our version of it.
When CCP do things like mass ban waves, what they'll do at the same time is they'll trace any assets that came from those banned accounts if they're doing things like RMT, botting, stuff that brings in quote-unquote illicit ISK or items to the game, and they'll take away those items. So, like, for example, if you accidentally or unknowingly, I should say more accurately, if you unknowingly bought like a Pitham A-type module on contract, and it turns out that was an item that was generated by botting, CCP could take that item away from you, and they could then reimburse you the money that you made if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, they'll just take the item and be like, yeah, sorry, it was a bad item. But when you're talking about alliances who are making taxes off things like botting incomes, what CCP will do is basically take that ISK, whatever the value of that ISK is, they'll take that from the Alliance wallet. Now, if the Alliance is also spending money, and so therefore doesn't have enough money left in the wallet in order to cover what CCP consider to be their bill for this illicit ISK, then the Alliance ends up being neg-walleted, having a negative amount in the wallet. Which, as Mifune then said, you have to then recover to a 0 amount before you're then generating income again.
So, Dirk, I've heard from some people that there's like a punishment if you don't pay it back, the wallet, or is there not? Or like,
I'm not aware of any like further like percentages that they're taking from you for not putting your wallet back to 0. I'm pretty sure you can just leave your wallet at like negative 50 billion if it's there. If you want, you can just kind of go, all right, hands up, done. I'm done with Eve. I don't want this anymore. And they'll just leave the wallet at like negative 50 billion. But if you ever pick up on that, again, if you pick up on the Alliance, or you pick up on the, a character that's been neg-walleted, again, you're still going to have that neg-wallet to come back to.
Does this happen to a lot of alliances?
Just the Frat.
Whoa. It happens a lot, and it has happened, in various places, and it's, part of why the Imperium has such a strong, if we suspect you of botting, we will just blacklist you, ban you, kick you, and then report you. Like, the way people find bots in Eve is mostly just like a bunch of bullshit suspicion, which is why, you know, there's all sorts of questions out there as to, oh, well, why don't you report your own alliance members? Well, because how the fuck are we supposed to know if they're botting?
Because
Like,
Kumi's gotten in trouble for nothing before.
We can't tell if they're botting.
messaging.
You can't physically tell at whatever moment in time you seem to see, like, 12 fucking orcas warp into the same belt or whatever, you know. That's not botting, that's just a good multi-boxer. Unless it's happening consistently with, you know, minuscule timings and also across huge amounts of the day or whatever. There are some very obvious markers, but unless you're willing to sit there for 23 hours a day and track these people, you knowing whether or not somebody is a bot is basically impossible. And so, you know, sure, if you want to report somebody to CCP, do it, but, like, A, don't make a big song and dance about the fact that you reported them to CCP, like, whatever. These things, you have no basis to say if somebody's a bot or not, and it's just a whole weird thing. But that weird tangent aside, these neg wallets are a fairly common practice for CCP. They've been doing it for years, and just generally, it's not an unusual thing for them to do. And it's not just Frat that has had it happen, though Frat are some of the more
habitual,
prominent neg wallets. Like a multi-trillion neg wallet is pretty significant.
Well, there's a little lesson for you there, kids. Don't cheat and don't bot. It doesn't pay off in the end. Play fair.
Hi, Jack. Where you been? Jack Leo.
Oh, Jack's in chat. Hey, Jack Leo. What's
Where the
going on,
fuck
buddy?
have you been? I want to hear it. So, yeah. What was your original reason of getting on that topic?
Fratter botters.
Oh, frat war. Okay. Sorry, it was like a 5-minute tangent. I zoned out part of the way through.
Look, it's not my fault that Mifune is bad at explaining these concepts.
I am bad at explaining.
It's fine. I'd rather have someone with knowledgeable explain things if possible. So
with knowledgeable, oh my god, Dawn, the words. Use your words, please.
You're triggering.
I've been working all day. So, so Frat started their little scuffle up in the north, and they've been kicked to the dirt. If you hear my dog, I'm sorry. She woke up from her dream. She had a nightmare, so she's barking now. So, what else has happened? This week's been very, like... Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, one thing we did find out this week is that our leader is a glove who has a scarf and a hat for relations. I don't know if anyone saw that.
We're not playing that. But...
No, but Fune, do you have a link to that handy that you could put up?
I don't have one.
This week has been a very good propaganda week. We've got some great cryo things, and then that song, We Didn't Crash the Servers.
Oh,
that thing was hilarious.
But
and Theta Thursday was in there for a teeny, like, half a second. It said Theta Thursday.
Wait, where? When was that?
There's a part where he's talking about, like, Brisk and them, and then I just heard a Theta. He didn't say Theta Thursday. He said Theta Thursday, like whatever you foreign people say. So, like, I heard that part, and then trying to think. So that was really, really good. I've listened to it a couple times because I try to catch all those little pieces of that song, and I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was very, very well done.
Oh, is Redline's here? Or unless someone else is running Redline.
We got some art here by Cryo that I'm gonna shove up. This was made today.
Don't shove Cryo's art anyway. It's a work of art. You've got to appreciate it, Mifune. Like, Christ, it'll crinkle if you shove it.
I'm appreciating it right now. It's fucking amazing. I fucking love it. It's great.
That's pretty great. I like that.
The Hydra bubbles.
Cryo's consistent with his excellence.
I love every bit of that art.
He just like slaps it out. Bing bang bong. Got some good propaganda. Oh, okay. So I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay. Now I remember what I was gonna talk about, but then y'all started talking about neg wallets. Okay, now I remember. So at one point someone said, "How do you fight a force when you're outnumbered?" And Ragnar was like, "What have we been doing this entire war?" On Tuesday, they tried to say that they didn't take fights because they were outnumbered. And I just looking at them like, what? Yeah. 2 different weeks. This week and last week, Billy both said them. Either Billy or Jeremy, one of the two. Jeremy's got like a big mouth. And it was really funny to watch him get told to shut the fuck up. It was good.
Don't calling out other people for having a big mouth.
I know, right?
But they said they didn't take fights because they were outnumbered?
Casual about it. They're like, yeah, and then we didn't take this one fight because, you guys had about 100 more dudes than us. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
No,
have you looked at the fucking numbers? No, it is not. It is not even close to fair.
That's a fair point, right?
Billy said it.
No.
I'll
right,
find the video.
Done. Given how much they're getting smacked around whenever they outnumber us, it's a fair point for them to go, our FC's not good enough, we're going to stand down.
That's true. When, you're running on fumes with Sandrin and Shattered Armor, what are you going to do?
Also, fuck Sandrin for calling out my boy Abrin for trying to leave Theta fleets. He is a great FC, better than you'll ever be.
Is it Aquila, not Abrin?
Or Aquila.
Abrin's the chick.
Oh,
Abrin's Theta, female.
Whichever. The one with the high-pitched voice.
14, so.
Redline's asking about those dreads. The dreads that were in Q Taxi, I think. Was it 5 Coda?
No, it was an M2 he's talking about. The ones we lost the other night.
And then YQX, I think, also. With a little dread scrap.
Seems your dreads are only ever good for either A, killing other capitals, which we have a lot of, or B, covering the retreat for your subcap fleets like today.
I mean, wherever it was a fun brawl for all involved as far as I'm aware, Why
they dropped caps on a subcap fight, and then we're like,
why don't you escalate? I still lost the ISCOR after dropping caps today.
Well, that was today in FM. We redeemed ourselves in FM. We had a very long 4-hour battle, and I hate it that I could not be here to stream it for the breaking news team. I was out doing family stuff, and I just kept seeing my phone blow up. Big fight, big fight, big fight, and I'm like,
Water Luggins, big fight. Dear Lord.
I was on that Mr. V fleet, and let me just say, what a delightful gentleman Mr. V is, and a very, very excellent FC.
Yeah, let's be honest here. I bridged in right at the end of everything, but I bridged in and joined the Apple fleet, and Noah answered my question on who could I warp to on grid, and so I picked the FC, and of course there's a bubble, and I die immediately. And then they had the audacity to be like, oh, you weren't anchoring. I'm like, bitch, I literally just warped into grid because y'all couldn't fucking answer my question. I was pretty pissed. So then I went into the Mr. V fleet and everyone was much nicer. I don't know what was going on there.
Don't worry. And earlier today.
Yes. Thank you, Redline. I too get general pings from my alliance. Thank you for putting that in there for everyone to see that literally everyone's already seen. You're really good at this, aren't you?
Getting all the numbers that we can, continuing to get all the numbers that we can. It's like, these are standard pings for both sides at this point, right? And, we are saying, hey, guys, we need numbers in these time zones.
Yes, please excuse us for being outnumbered and asking for more numbers so we can fight. Yes, how dare we? How dare we ping that out and ask for more numbers?
So earlier
it's not even that we're necessarily,
Redline's trying to be helpful.
Look, it's not even.
No, Redline can't be helpful. It's physically impossible for him.
Redline can be useful sometimes. He's
a useful meat shield, but besides that, not really.
He makes some good art occasionally or something. What is it that you do at INN again, Redline? Yeah, you're on the creative team. He makes some nice art sometimes. Redline does good art sometimes. But actually asking for maintaining numbers even is unreasonable now?
I just can't believe that they have the fucking gall to be like, we didn't have enough numbers to take this fight. When we're not taking fights where we're only 100 people down. We're 2 to 3 fleets down sometimes. And we'll still try to make something happen, even if we can't do
you gotta take a breath and not take these things personally, right? You just...
It's just seriously?
You just gotta...
Fucking cowards.
You really just gotta take a breath and not take these things quite so seriously sometimes.
No. No, Greg. Also, by the way, Ryek's joined us today, and Ryek's birthday is on Sunday, you said?
No, Ryek's birthday's today, I think, isn't it?
Oh, it is today. It's
today.
I literally changed my name in Discord to Birthday Boy Ryak.
So everybody wish Ryek a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ryak.
I already gave him his presents. That's more than enough for me.
What did you give? Oh, right. You gave me that piece of shit. Okay. Cool.
What do you mean?
I gave you
it is vintage.
I gave you a present last night in that picture I sent.
I gave him...
No, you did not.
The toes?
Don, where's my super? Okay, I've been asking for a super for since before Christmas, and Christmas went by, no super. So birthday time. Hey, hey guys, you guys want to get me a super for my birthday? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No super.
You should try the T5D market. I hear there may be a few on there.
Yeah, that's also true. So if anyone in Test is trying to sell a fully fit Aeon, I'll give you I don't know, $2 billion for it.
I'm buying.
Listen,
I'm buying any Titan pilot that is trapped in M2 that wants to sell me their Titan. I mean, offers are starting at $1 billion, y'all. I know you want to get out, but all you got to do.
I'm actually offering a far better price than all these people. Like I said from the beginning, 20 billion for a trapped Titan. So if anyone can do it, it's me. Because I can get you docking access real quick. Don't worry about it.
Hold on. Jack Leo is watching, and he still hasn't come back to the game. What's going on here, Jack?
I know, right?
He has work. Who has responsibilities?
Work.
Right?
Gotta go to work. I don't know. And by the way, we're gonna do some more pet stuff. So if you did not submit a pet picture this past week, go ahead and send one to either me or Mifune. If you did send a pet picture, just send me a different one that's cuter than the first one. Clearly, it wasn't cute enough.
So,
and
it has to be an animal pet, right?
So
Before I mean, if you want to send me your pet, husbands or whatever, I'm not going to be against that.
I'll see what I can do.
Ragnar wanted to send a picture of his pet rock.
Don, do you think I'll be able to share the "We Didn't Crash the Server" song at the end of the show? Do you think we'll get in trouble?
No, don't do it. It's just gonna be cringe.
No, it's copyrighted music. You can use it for parody's sake, but all the Twitch's like algorithm is going to hear and be like, "We didn't start the fire," so.
Oh my god!
I wish I could show it on stream, but go complain to Twitch like everybody else is.
I'd really like to get clarity on the copyright thing. I'm going to read it later after the show.
Basically, anything that you didn't make or the owner didn't give you permission for, then don't do it. That's what Twitch is basically saying. And if you do it, well, guess what? You're going to lose a lot of money.
So, Ryak, since Ryak, it's your birthday, what subject do you want to bring up or go over? I will let you bring up one topic of your choice.
I mean, how long have you guys been on the air? Because I just got back from class, so
An hour.
I don't want to bring up anything that you guys have already talked about.
Well, you can. We've only been on for an hour, so
I don't know.
We've had a lot, though.
So circling back to any topic that has been discussed today would probably be A, a bad idea, and B, not a bad idea at exactly the same time, and I'm still not sure how these guys manage it, but they do.
Because we're very, like, ADHD when it comes to Theta, so we're just used to it. Or, like, I'll want to talk about, like, how much I'm angry at, like, XYZ situation, and then they'll go off on tangents. I'm like, 5 minutes later, like, okay, we're back to this. I'm not done being mad that I'm not able to do XYZ. And I'm getting puppy tagged.
So I have a question. Who is Drusus Nero? Because he's, like, yelling, like, don't let Ryak do that. Ryak, don't do the Schmeagle thing. Like, it's my damn birthday. I'll do the Schmeagle thing if I want to.
McLeod
Did you get anything interesting from your birthday in real life, Ryak?
Got like $75 in Starbucks gift cards.
His parents yelled at him and he thought he was in trouble, but it was actually cupcakes.
So McLeod wants us to bring up Schrodinger. Well, McLeod, I got one for you.
No, Mifune, you are not allowed to butcher Schrodinger like you butchered everything else tonight.
And I'm not.
Actually, that might be an entertaining topic, is to hear him try to explain Schrodinger's cat.
Who, me or
Mifune?
Mifune?
Mifune.
Give it a shot, Mifune.
So you got 300 Titans trapped in M2, and whether they log in and get out or log in and die is stuck in a stasis of both states.
Oh, that was actually pretty good.
Okay,
they are both dead and alive.
Here's what I want to talk about: is why hasn't Ryak been showered in Isk for his birthday?
I gave you a present, bitch. Don't at me.
I gave you a foot picture that I found on the internet.
I gave you an Imperior and fucking 69 Isk.
Yeah, thanks for the Imperior. In 2 days, when it's your birthday,
don't tell him what. No. You can't tell him what you're getting at, even if it's obvious. That's not what you do for birthdays.
Yeah,
I mean, so the foot thing was kind of cool because my grandmother had a split thumb, so it was like kind of like that picture. It
hurt when she pinched your cheek with her split
it
thumb.
Did because it was like a crab claw. It was weird.
So weird.
The other thing that I would like to ask the other panelists, do you believe that the word is zoology or zoology?
I think you mean zoophilia.
No, so Dawn claims that Dawn claims that her degree was in zoology, which I think it's just made up.
If it's Canadian or British, it's zedology. Come on, guys.
If all the animals die, is it a zoology?
No, so that would be like when an animal dies. That's a zoology. But she claims that it's zoology, which
it is in fact zoology.
No, that's made up.
Suck a fat one, bitch.
It is in fact.
I don't trust anything.
That's how pronunciation works.
Hey, hold on. It's my birthday. I say that it's zoology for today. Okay.
God, you really are one of those terrible kids who were growing up when it was their birthday. They just did whatever the fuck they wanted, whatever they criticized. They're like, it's my birthday.
I still do to this day, sir.
Listen, I majored in the fucking thing. I have a full degree with a piece of paper with my name on it that says that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay,
well, no,
where's
the
your
piece of
piece of
paper doesn't
paper?
say that.
And then
Dawn.
It
so
says that
Maniac
I will write that on there.
It doesn't say that you know what you're talking about.
Earlier today, Maniac was asking in Theta Comms about a certain premise in quantum physics, and as I was trying to give my take on it, because I do have a degree in particle physics, Saladin stepped in and he wanted to take over, but so Saladin knows more about it than I do.
Saladin, he's online right now. I'm not going to be mean. He may not be watching, but I'm not going to be mean. We can shit talk later.
So what does a particle physicist do, Ryak?
So you either become a teacher or you move to where is it, Switzerland,
CERN.
with the the Large Hadron Collider, and try to create a black hole and wipe out the entire human race.
Or you work at Dick's Sporting Goods.
I sell shoes at Dick's Sporting Goods now, which is kind of funny because I have a foot fetish. But I don't know.
Have you guys noticed since they
I'm graduating with my 3rd degree in like 2 months, so
good for you, buddy.
Then I'll do something in my actual field.
Have you noticed since they spun up that Large Hadron Collider that the fucking world's not really been the same?
Yeah.
Look, everything's kind of been weird, right?
Was that in 2016 that Hadron Collider thing tried to do its thing? Because everything's been downhill ever since that gorilla got shot.
What do you mean?
Look, the seals are being opened and broken, and eventually none of us are going to have to worry about this, because we're all going to be dead, and that will be wonderful and peaceful. But until then, we are stuck listening to, I don't know, Villy say that he's going to own all of the South or something.
No, that was Piggles. Villy at least had a somewhat realistic thing of like, we're going to take everything, but we're going to lose stuff. So he was like somewhat reasonable about it. Piggles was the one who was just like, fuck bitches, we're taking it all. We're going to keep it all because, Initiative that has the same size as us owned Fountain and could definitely hold their own in Fountain versus a superior force. So clearly we can.
Quick shout out to Talking in Stations for raiding the stream.
Hey,
welcome to all of the new Talking in Stationers. I'm sorry. All I can say preemptively is I'm sorry.
They know what they're getting into. It's Theta Thursday.
Welcome, friends.
Actually, you know what? Just because Durkee been such a good guest and a sport all around, we will promote the Anger Games, even though I don't agree with the name.
I do actually have something to talk about regarding that, but I've got a different topic that I think we want to talk about first, just for funs, because it's kind of tournament related, which is that an Utu died this week.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, that like one of the AT ships.
Yeah, that kill mail's been.
Is an Utu?
That kill mail's been linked in Twitch chat. It's basically an Enyo on like steroids.
Crack.
It's a bad tournament prize ship now. Like it's really CCP's balance changes really haven't kept up with a lot of the old tournament ships and even a lot of some of the new tournament ships.
Keep up with the regular ships we play with. Why would they keep up with the AT ships?
I don't know. Maybe because we're all feeling optimistic about CCP today. Like, no, I don't know, Dawn. What are you coming at me like that for?
I'm just saying, like, it's unrealistic to expect them to pay attention to a ship 5 people on.
Coming at you like that because you're from New Zealand. Let's be honest.
I honestly don't know how to react to that one.
Because I'm clearly trolling you, I totally know.
Anyway, so Utu, this is a tournament prize ship. There's not been that many of them that have died, I don't think.
I just want to know why he cheaped out and didn't do like full abyssal, full officer. He does want to have officer thing on there, but like, why the Imp Navy Enam instead of like?
And why the small
What makes it worth 80
Tech
billion?
1 armor?
Because it's an AT ship.
There's like, it's an AT ship. There's like
that's
20 of them.
It's probably a low value, by the way, just for the whole 80 billion is
because
probably
they don't
not
trade.
what it would go for on the like. Not on the market, but there's kind of a rough marketplace for these rare ships that takes place on the official forums and in other discords and things. So it's probably it would probably sell for more than 80 billion at the end of the day.
All I wanted to do was give a shout out to the Blood Raider gang getting on that kill. 80 damage from a Corpy collector.
Yeah,
So,
but
what kind of prizes can we expect from the Angler games?
From the Anger games, we actually had a really productive chat with CCP the other day. CCP have promised us victory skins, so specific tournament prize skins that are as yet only available to participants. Look, Dawn's on a fish thing. You should know better than to trust Dawn.
No, our boss is on a fish thing because he's a fish.
Dawn has very much grabbed onto the coattails of the fish thing.
Now he's a pigeon enthusiast, but that's neither here nor there.
I was really wondering where all the pigeon memes. Keep going first, and we'll get on the pigeon thing.
So yeah, like we've got a bunch of Plex coming up. I don't have the precise amount off the top of my head, but you know it's going to be all of the sign up Plex plus a donation that we've already had. And CCP will be throwing in on the Plex amount as well. So once we get a final count, we'll obviously be talking about that. And then, like I say, these victory prize skins that are currently exclusive to just the Alliance Open and the Anger games. The current plan from CCP is to have like a yearly tournament prize skin. So if you're not in tournaments this year up until like the October-November time, then you will not be able to acquire this skin in the future. And the thing about the Anger games that I really wanted to talk about though is signups. Signups are starting at 1100 Eve on Saturday, so that is the 23rd at 1100 Eve, and you'll be able to sign up. Costs 2k Plex to enter a team. You kind of go on our official Discord, tell us your team name, tell us your captain name, and then you can put together your team. It should be a ton of fun. We're all really looking forward to it, and we hope to get a bunch of people.
We tell you our team name. Do we get to like create our own call signs and shit like that?
If call signs are a thing you want in your team, I'm sure you can create call signs in your team. We just want your Plex and for you to actually follow the sign up process. That's
Dirk, I just have one question. I have no fucking clue what a tournament is, but I know what a tournament is. Can you please? Are they the same?
Leave Dirk alone. He's fucking foreign.
Well, you're foreign too, but you'll fuck it up nearly as bad half the time.
It's almost like the English language came from England.
Yeah, and they still managed to fuck it up.
So, Dirk, what are some of the specifics on the Angler games? Like, how big of a team and what type of ships?
So we're currently working on the basis that you can have a 20-person roster. So up to 20 people that you can pick your team from. Every match that you go into, you can have up to 7 of those, but you don't have to have 7. You could run 5, you could run 2, you could run 1 if you really want to like hamstring yourself that way.
I'm being denied a full Logi fleet, so
that's not true. That's
Don,
not true. You just have to figure out a way to do it within the rules. In terms of the other part of that question, Dawn, I don't know, was feeling persecuted for some reason. What was the other part of that, Greg?
What type of ships? And
so by and large, just standard Tech 1 faction, Tech 2, you know, the whole generally accessible thing. The tournament will be taking place on the Thunderdome server, and everyone who takes part will have all 5 skills on there. So it's a great way for newer players to get involved in kind of competitive tournament play. But yeah, it's going to be... We've got a whole points list linked alongside our rules document that gives you, precise numbers. You get to form a squad of 7 ships within those rules. There is one, and only one, special edition ship that is allowed, and that is the Etana, to balance out the fact that there are 3 Tech 2 armor logistics and only 2 Tech 2 shield logistics. CCP, what the fuck? I will grab a link to our Discord.
Can we bring capitals?
No.
Well, I'm automatically signing out of that.
Well,
no,
so I can bring in Orca, right?
I'd have to check that one, but I think the
it's
answer
not a capital.
is no. We've got some specific restrictions. So, like, you can't bring T2 hauling ships. So, like, the blockade runners and the transport ships. Because they have, like, some crazy bonuses that are a bit weird in tournament play. But yeah, I'm just finding the right link for people asking in Twitch chat about these things.
So I have an actual question. If people wanted to create advertisements for their corporations or a propaganda for like product or something funny, would they be able to submit that to be played between matches?
We haven't dealt with the specifics of that yet, but that is something that we're aware that a lot of people will want. It's something that happens it has happened in a lot of tournaments in the past, and so I would not be surprised to see us go in the direction of, taking some ads and running some ads and having some fun with it, because I mean, some of the adverts that come out of these tournaments are just hilarious. The Tuskers, where they get like ads that have actual hogs in them, like they're pretty funny. And there's some other stuff. So yeah, it's
I'm thinking of ways to involve those who are maybe not tournament people, give them an option to be involved, as well as to help fill up time between matches.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and that's something that we're going to be focusing on a little bit closer to our production concerns, rather than our early actually get the teams signed up so that we can run a tournament kind of questions, These things have a process, but yeah, it's definitely something that we're going to be talking about, and we'll publish more information as decisions happen and as we figure out what kind of room we've got for adverts and stuff.
Fantastic.
So I'm just going to drop Angry Games Discord link in the Twitch chat. And then I'll also drop a link to our rules app.
Speaking of advertising, Don, what if someone wanted to advertise on Theta Thursday? How would they do that?
If you want to advertise on Theta Thursday, just send money to Don Rhea and your advertisement,
or me.
and I'll tell Mifune. Yeah, we'll split it, Mifune. Anyways, if anyone wants to have an ad run on the show, as long as it doesn't break Twitch rules and it's not like super anti-Imperium, then I'm willing to do it.
I think it'd be fun to do maybe a contest.
I'd like to advertise selling feet pics.
No, to maybe do an advertisement for Theta Thursday. If somebody creative wants to put together something like that, something advertising Theta Thursday.
That would be cool. Always up for more talent. I'm happy to, obviously we throw Cryo shit up all the time and his stuff's great. So, if someone wants to, show their chops off, that's fine with me. They're apparently getting spicy in 1DQ, but not that spicy yet. So we're still good for now.
Yeah, right now they're shooting a reinforced bridge in 1DQ because, oh lord, what are we going to do when we lose another jump bridge?
Oh, you
places another one exactly in the same spot.
Ragnar, they have to start at square one. We have literally taken a month and a half of work out of back from them, so they got to go back to the roots. You remember how this war started? It was World War
Dawn,
I know.
Dawn, take a breath, chill out a bit, enjoy it.
Dawn, this is what didn't they? Wasn't it?
Just trying to be clear.
Wasn't Test saying whenever it was going bad for the Imperium, they would say, "Oh, are they going to go shoot the GTAC-M jump bridge?" Wasn't that a thing on Reddit? That was them herfing at us, "Oh, goons can only shoot this jump bridge. Oh no, they lost a fight. What are they going to do? Go shoot a jump bridge?" Well, I guess the shoe's on the other foot now. They're eating shit, so now they're shooting jump bridge. So,
this
I guess
war has been
comes around, goes around.
This war's been a jump bridge war at the beginning. So they've got to start back at the beginning of just shooting some jump bridges to quote unquote mess with us, even though fuck it. And then it's not like I do anything around Delve anyways to warrant me needing a jump bridge. And then they'll go to hitting Athenors. Oh wait, most of our Athenors have been either picked up or already killed anyway, so I guess we can skip that step. And then they'll go to the others. And then they'll be like, look, we have...
When are they going to shoot Keep Stars in 1DQ? Because I thought that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, 1DQ by Christmas. I kind of missed them.
Wasn't it?
I had Christmas presents ready for Billy, all nice and wrapped up in 1DQ. As soon as he came in, I was ready, dude. Billy, I'm really sad that you didn't show up on Christmas in 1DQ.
See, this is why nobody...
Ragnar?
Maybe.
This is absolutely why nobody ever attaches a year to these, we're going to be here by Christmas.
Because they say, we didn't say which Christmas, because they totally didn't mean that Christmas. Yeah, I get it. They don't really have much to go on, so they're just grasping at straws like the feeble-minded nunces they are.
Whoa, Ragnar, back off there, bud.
Wow.
What?
No, I don't think that means what you think it means.
No, I just said it. It's not a word. It
is a word.
It's a word.
It's not a word to me, so it doesn't matter.
See, this is why Americans and the English language just do not get along.
Who said I'm American?
So I was pretty
a very
spicy
American
on
attitude at the very least.
I was very spicy on Tuesday. Do you guys have anything you want me to bring up on next Tuesday, or should I skip next Tuesday?
Oh,
yeah. Try to get an olive branch between Dirk and Rich Richmond. Boy, oh boy!
Oh, that was great. He was taking Rich to town.
Each other.
Oh, but Rich deserved it. Rich runs his mouth a lot, and I've tried to be really friendly and nice with Rich. But he's sometimes standoffish unless you get him on a topic that he cares about. So it was really funny to just watch Dirk literally came in and just grabbed Rich by the throat with smack. Every time he tried to have an argument, tried to open his mouth, bam bam. It was fantastic. I wanted to engage in Dirk and be and do some shit talking of haha, Catch is on fire, Brave can't do anything against Dread Bomb, and Dock Workers, and Initiative, and Reavers. I didn't have to though. Rich just kept running his mouth. So I'm all right, I'm gonna let him go.
He'd be an interesting guest. Dirk Dinkle would be on the show. I wonder if we could have him on.
I mean, Dunk's been happy to
welcome
talk to
on
us,
INN.
So,
Dunk's welcome to INN, but I'd have to ask because leadership is a different area. So I'd have to ask. We have rules.
What Dawn
no one
means
trusts
is that
Mifune
we don't want we don't want people we like being embarrassed by Mifune's explanations of how mechanics work.
I don't think Mifune is the problem.
Mifune, you've been doing a lot of hours at Wendy's trying to make some money. I guess you got a big move in your future.
I have been, and it's gonna be great. Don's gonna be running all of the tech stuff in just about a month. It's fantastic.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, I'm not
Everything
going to
is
do
great.
anything. Literally just like hit stream, and then that would be it. There would be no changes, no pictures coming up, nothing. No, anything fancy until I felt better.
Eric tries that every week on Push to Talk, and you've seen how that goes. So I'm not sure how you think it's going to go any better for you.
Speaking of Push to Talk, I did invite Billy for Saturday. Whether or not he'll be there is a different story, but I did invite him. So
yeah, everybody that's watching, don't forget INN's other shows like Push the Talk and what's that big one with those two guys on it?
Trash Talk something, right?
Saturday, yeah. One guy's like a pair of gloves or something. Oh,
Yeah,
the Meta Show, that's right.
Something.
Don't forget the Meta Show on Saturday. Everybody
the
should
Fountain
tune into
Frank
that.
show.
All I know is that Redline Show is ranked 5th out of the 4 main shows on EVE Online.
I mean, Redline's show is ranked 5th out of the top out of 3. We don't acknowledge that he has a show.
Okay, that's right. I'm sorry.
Our show is as popular, if not more popular than us. Sometimes it depends on the week, but
here's a question for everyone: who in this war has been excluding the Mittani, because he is the ultimate villain and he plays that part well? Who has been the best villain, the best wrestling type villain in
literally none of them.
Grath
They're not even scary.
Other than Grath.
Grath Telkin just be like
literally no one on the Patty side is like scary or threatening. Well, no, Pitts isn't scary or threatening. He's just a racist, but that's besides the point.
I try to be nice to Pitts, but he likes to
we just can't stop Ragnar at this point. I'm sorry, Twitch.
What? Did I tell a lie? Am I lying?
Yeah. No, really. There hasn't been any real villains come out. Anybody that is worth our attention. Anyways,
I feel like PGL coming out and saying that he wants to exterminate goons and that we're the cancer of the game and they're going to try to cure it is pretty villainous.
It's pretty villainous.
I'm just saying,
they haven't delivered on any of it.
No, he's just delusional. Yeah, he's not scary. He's just delusional.
So I found a set of videos on Gareth. Actually, they're like 2 years old, and it's pretty much like Amazon Alexa, except it's Gareth.
Grath, you mean, sir?
Or yeah, Grath. Sorry, can't read, brain dumb.
Can't explain things, can't read, can't use words. What can you do, Mifune?
I can sit here and I can smile. And I can put a red giant dick in my face. That's damn right.
I mean, that was a fairly good answer, actually. Yeah, bravo.
What did you find, Mifune? What did you find on Graph?
Hilarious. Hold up. I'm gonna find one here and I'm gonna put it on stream because I can actually put these on stream.
Greg, your challenge is to get Grath to join us next week.
All right. I may come back bloody, but I'll try.
I mean, Grath goes on shows. It's just I don't know if he knows that we have a show.
These are great, right?
I just don't want him to yell at me.
Introducing Grath Telkin, your personal assistant.
Which one is this?
Oh, it's this.
I feel like we need to get Sancho.
I'm 15 jumps out. Can I still get in on the fleet?
Scream
How the
about
f*** are you 15 jumps away? Why would you be 15 jumps away?
So,
What? I was playing the video and I only have the one speaker, so it was kind of hard to...
Wait, are you playing it out loud?
Yeah, I'm playing it on the stream, damn it.
It's paused right now.
Yes, I know, because y'all were talking.
Sorry, Twitch chat. Sorry.
Oh, so we don't get to.
Hey, Grath.
Yeah.
I'm 15 jumps out. Can I still get in on the fleet?
How the f*** are you 15 jumps away? Why would you be 15 jumps away from where
There's no sound.
There is for the stream.
Yeah, there is, dude.
Yeah, so Ryak, we won't hear it because it's not being played through Discord, but it's on the stream. I heard it, so.
But I just thought that's pretty damn funny. The guy's like, "Can I join the fleet? I'm 15 jumps away," and he's like, "How the fuck are you 15 jumps away?"
Just as a point, that is an advert for an EVE Online tournament. That's how that video started its life. So yeah, if you can come up with funny things like that, we'll definitely throw ads up in the Anger Games for, amusing things.
Speaking of videos, Mifune, your production quality, I've noticed, has improved quite a bit on your videos. Do you have anything you want to plug?
I'm taking some classes with editing right now, and my last video didn't get very good reception because I had to. I learned how to put effects on my videos, and then I kind of overdid it, and people didn't like that.
That's usually what happens. Have you ever, like, I'm sure half the chat has been like, you were 7 years old, you finally discovered that MS Paint existed, and then at MS Paint you could reverse colors. So you would like go fucking ham with the airbrush thing and like zigzags and make shapes and shit, and then hit reverse and watch it like get inverted like black with like neon colors. Yeah, that was me. So that's how I see Mifune trying to cut a video. She's like, I'm a shaky cam here. We're going to do a swipe here. We're going to do a star swipe there.
Star wipe.
Flares, lens flares. Yeah, things
Look,
like
one
that.
of the things I've been working on, and I'm not sure how many people have ever heard of this or seen this, but I've been recently getting into Rust in my downtime. For anyone who's never played Rust, and there's a Rust YouTuber out there that does these amazing editing stories. That where he tells the tale of him playing through Rust, and I thought about doing something similar with Eve, and I've actually been trying to get in contact with some CCP people about expanding the horizon of various Eve kind of Eve assets that content creators can use to be able to do things, right? Because right now, as a content creator for EVE Online, there's not much assets for us to use. Like, we have ship models, we have a few things here and there. We got like the 3D character models, but like to really get something like a cinematic shot in EVE, and anyone who's ever done something like this knows exactly what I'm talking about. To get cinematic shots in EVE is not only slightly painful, but it feels like it's out of the way. Like you're trying to get that cinematic shot, and something in the back of your head is like, there's got to be an easier way to do this, and then you find out there's not an easier way to do this.
What is that? What is the button combo? It's like
Control
F9
F9,
Control
but
F9,
it's not even that. But like, if I, let's say I wanted to get a cinematic shot of a spin around of a keep star, if I wanted to do that, I would have to get in an interceptor, full speed with a prop mod on, orbit the structure from like 100 kilometers away.
Alternatively, you could look at the keep star, like right click and hit look at.
Yes, and then you have to orbit it to get
camera around.
Yeah, but that's not how you get a smooth shot. You want to get a smooth camera shot.
It is if you adjust the settings so it actually works. Why would you orbit when you can just like slowly spin it around?
Look, Docs, stop trying to bring sense to this. I don't know what you're attempting here, but if it wasn't obvious, it's not worked previously, so it's not going to work now.
Oh, I just remembered I want to promote this because I've watched through some of their videos, and they're good quality. Good if you need a recap on what's happened each week in the war for the past few months. There's a streamer / video creator called Frost ESOP. She makes some high quality videos that explain what's happened while still keeping it easy enough that like a newbie can understand, or like somebody who's not quite maybe involved in the war or active. And I'm hoping I can get them on the show sometime.
Okay,
they do fantastic videos.
Message me after, Don. I'll see if I can hunt them down.
Oh, I'm on their Discord. I just haven't asked them yet.
So you're announcing that you want them on the show before you even poked them and said, "Hey, I mean, if that's great approach." If we're going to be touting stuff like that, war updates and things, there's also a great series of war updates that's happening every week by Ban Siren on INN. That's a written piece. He's talking about all the numbers, all of the big fights, the way the momentum's shifted back and forth. His next one's coming out this Monday, and he's got a backlog of every single fucking week since the war started, pretty much, I think. So, yeah.
Thank you, Mifune. So there is the link to their YouTube channel. They do have a Discord, and they stream on Twitch. Her videos are they look kind of clickbaity on the avatar thing, but she's really nice, and she explains things really well. Really crystal clear from a newbie to a veteran, explanation. So, and she does one every week, and I've watched a couple of them just to check them out first. And they're 20 to 30 minutes long, and they remind me of shit that we've done. It's been months. It feels like those Keepstar fights in YZ9 were so long ago, and it's only been 3 months?
If that.
Those were at the end of October or mid-October, right? So
there's some good creative talent. Just a shout out too to someone who I think makes the best videos, or one of the best videos, is Mr. John Hartley, friend of the show. If you could link his channel, maybe, Mifune.
John Hartley, more like John Fartley. Am I right?
Whoa!
Listen,
shots fired.
Listen, so I had a fleet this morning with Mr. John Hartley, and it turned into a little bit of a fuck fest. And we ended up going back to the structure to be tethered, and many of us had aggro. And because of that aggro, we weren't getting tethered. So what did Pappy do? They decided to bomb us, and a lot of us in our Eagles died because we couldn't tether because of aggro. And
yeah, you died because you couldn't hit your ADC.
Well, yeah, because a lot of us hit our ADC. That's what caused the aggro timer. But John's like, "What the fuck?"
Does that give you an aggro timer?
You're activating a module.
That's not how that works.
Well, we were shooting at something before we warped, alright? The point is that there was 12 of us in fleet that had an aggro timer that couldn't fucking, tether up. And so we were all at 10% shield. None of us were getting revs. We got bombed again. A lot of us died. And then all 12 of us got our heads screamed off by John Hartley for 10 minutes.
12 people in a fleet couldn't drop aggro fast enough because they did something stupid like shoot something or
no, we were told
whatever,
to shoot a target
and then you got bombed to death and you're surprised that the FC was frustrated.
So I understand his frustration and everything, but the point is that John Hartley was like, "Oh, here's a scimitar, shoot the scimitar." 2 seconds later, somebody in our fleet made a mistake and bubbled our fleet. So now we're burning out of the bubble while still shooting the scimitar. Next thing you know, they start bombing us, and a lot of people die, and those who survived have 10% shields left. So John was like, "Okay, de-aggress." It was in 10% tie-dye. So we tried to right-click and undo target. And then next thing you know, before it undoes the target, we warp. So half of us already had a last shot on that scimitar, and therefore we had aggro because of tie-dye.
Did you just say undoes?
He did say undoes, and I'm trying to gloss over that in favor of the fact that, John Hartley is a shouty FC, and everyone knows at this point that John Hartley is a shouty FC, and if you don't want to get yelled at...
And everybody knows, and I love John,
and
I love John and everything, but god damn, I haven't seen him yell that loud in a long time.
That's why I'm not an FC, because, I would yell back at John, and it would not end well for me.
There have been plenty of times in my EVE career where I've wanted to yell at John Hartley.
I've gotten heated at fleets before when they fuck up for no fucking reason. And then but I try to, once they correct themselves, I try to praise them and like reassure them. It's just that sometimes you're just like, the fuck are you doing? I fucking told you 10 fucking times how to fucking blink. God fucking damn it.
See, these moments are why I tell you that you need to take a breath and just chill out a bit.
Oh, it's hard to chill when people are dumbasses. Like,
it is really hard to chill with them, especially when you've told them to do something and they tell you, no, I'm fine. And you're like, did you not hear the words that just came out of my mouth? Because I know what's going up your ass soon. And then they die and you laugh maniacally at it.
People are stupid. Like, what more do you expect?
I care too much. That's the problem. Now, I did get a little tidbit of news. It looks like Bastion is continuing their rampage across the Soteria with 4 jump bridge kills tonight.
Compared to
the only reason why
1 jump bridge and 1 DQ?
Right. Well, and the only reason why that's significant is, once again, it's a group of, I don't know how many Bastion have out there, but let's just 30 to 50 versus potentially an entire coalition.
It's not
and they were allowed to kill 4 jump bridges when I know Test wasn't doing anything. What were they doing?
Fucking about in 1DQ, apparently. According to somebody in Twitch chat, 1DQ just got spicy.
Yeah, I killed the jump bridge
in there, no big deal.
I killed the jump bridge and tried to reinforce some jammers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really weird question, just out of the blue. Does anybody know what the +236 country code is? Or am I going to have to go and Google this?
You're going to have to go Google it, because it's probably some backwater, like, fucking South America, God knows.
Is 2 Canada?
It's British Columbia, according to Google. It's an area code in British Columbia.
Country code +236 is phone calls from Central African Republic, apparently.
Well,
are you Are you getting called by the African prince that needs money?
Nigerian African prince.
Yeah.
There's a country in Africa.
I may have.
Did you know that?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That was a weird phone call. Okay.
Did you know still a country? That every 60 seconds in Africa, 1 minute, passes? Yeah.
Wow.
Also, somebody in Twitch chat suggested that we need an Imperium subreddit, and can I just say, we absolutely do not, because it would just result in Dave Stark replying to Dave Stark posts about Dave Stark.
What's funny is like, Dave is so quiet, like, when talking with him on, like, stream, but he is so fucking sassy
on
Reddit. He's like, what up, bitch? I got my nails did.
Dave was in my fleet this afternoon, and he was in an interceptor, and I needed him to do some scout things. I was like, Dave, how you going? I got a job for you. And like a whole 3-minute passes, and he just goes, hi. And I'm just like, come on, Dave, stop being so antisocial.
Speaking of Dave's, Dave Archer's been putting some work in this week. Been on a couple of his fleets and some pretty damn good wins.
Oh, speaking of Dave Archer loves the fact that I have over an hour and a half worth of raw footage of us in 70 jackdaws murdering over 140-man Caracal fleet. And then they reship. We kill their FC's monitor. They reship and go for round 2 with 150 Caracals, and we still destroyed them all. We destroyed.
That was last night, right?
Yeah, that was last night.
Were they in rapid light Caracals, or?
Yeah, they were. So they were short range Caracals we absolutely destroyed
against long range jackdaws.
I'm referring you back to outnumbered with shitty FCs.
Like that's been the Pappy strategy the entire time, is just have more people, we'll win. We don't need to have higher quality people. Other than MC.
Yeah, they have Horde. Like, God. They have Horde and Brave in there. How are they even functioning? Like, dear God. Quality was most definitely not on their mind if they have both of those in their coalition.
Let's really not be chatting shit about Horde when you're talking about Pest being involved here.
I'm just saying that they're not high quality. Not saying they can't do work because they have a lot of numbers. I'm just saying they're not high quality. It's like, you get 100 people to do something, it's going to turn out better than if you have 10 people doing it, even if those 100 people are significantly worse at it than the other 10 people.
Did they drop a fort in 1DQ?
They did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be dead in a week.
Yeah. They have to wait for it to even online, and then we'll probably pull a fucking Pappy strategy and just jam it and kill it.
I mean, we don't need to pull a Pappy strategy to jam it and kill it. We'll just, dump 5,000 goons. We'll just dump 5,000 goons in the system and wait for them to jump in. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we could
what
do
could
that
possibly
too.
go wrong?
You just hear Billy. All right, all 10,000 of you jump the T5Z to 1DQ gate. Sir, I've been in air traffic control to jump into 1DQ for about 6 hours now. Just keep waiting.
Don't worry, goons will take the bait soon enough.
Would you imagine if they got another fleet stuck?
And we wouldn't sit on top of that thing.
They really are trying to pull goons from M2, and it's just it's
really funny to watch them fail.
It's even funnier to think that we'll prioritize a fort in 1DQ over the Titans.
I mean, where is the fort in 1DQ specifically?
Yeah, I gotta know now.
It's at an angle off the Keepstar, about
is it on the grid or is it off grid?
78,000 kilometers off.
Ragnar, we're talking about 1DQ. You have to be specific about which fucking Keepstar. There's only 5 of them in the system.
Yeah, but bitch, you know which one I'm talking about when I say the Keepstar. So it's off the Keepstar, about 78,000 kilometers.
Is it above or below?
So it's still on grid,
or
is
it's slightly angled up towards the NTAC gate.
Okay, I know where you're talking about. I know what, I can visually see what area of space you're talking about. It's kind of weird.
Visually see here.
How I can visualize
let me
it
get
in
my
head
settings
on the
better,
1DQ grid of where it is.
Okay, so well categorized and studied visualization is weird. This is a thing that many people do, Mifune. It's
now
fine. You don't have to be scared about it.
So
Mifune, put that on stream for us, would you be so kind?
They found the one place in 1DQ we don't have a Fortizar already.
Here, I've been requested to put this on stream by Ragnar, and I very happily put this up on stream. Hold up, it's gonna take a minute.
But yeah,
those are some noises that concern me.
I was given this photo, and I have to ask the person in the photo to post their kill mail as soon as it comes up. Or as soon as the photo comes up for everyone to see. I mean, I guess I just uploaded, so it might take a while to get it up there, but still. Oh yeah, so Redline, would you please explain why you were talking in channel while you were dying there? And also, please post your lost mail.
No,
guys,
see,
I'm in local
dying. So what's happening is Redline is trying to push down the kill of his high-grade amulet pot he just lost on Tuesday during stream in an interceptor.
Does that still show up?
I've died on stream before, Redline? So...
Has Redline switched Twitch account?
Yeah,
he switched back. Yeah. He didn't realize he was on the new Eden post, so he logged into his personal one.
No, that red line is not Redline.
No, that's not the actual Redline.
That's not the actual
Redline. Will say Redline X.
Redline 13.
I'm disappointed now, but everyone can still take a look at it and admire it.
I'm admiring it. I mean, Redline dying in 1DQ. I wish I had his corpse. He's one of the corpse I want to collect.
I could probably get you one for like $5.
I need a Redline corpse, I need a Dave Archer corpse, I need a Mike Flood corpse, and I need a Mittens corpse, and then my collection will be complete.
The only one that's hard to get is the Mittens corpse.
The Mittens corpse. Everybody else. I could probably get Mike Flood's just by saying, yo, give me your corpse.
If you want a Mittens corpse, you just got to talk to Jay, and he can procure you one.
Yeah, and then he'll be like, that'll be 15 billion, please.
It's only like 5.
Speaking of Mike Flood, he's been putting in some work this week too, doing some spicy fleets, kicking some ass.
Mike's finally starting to flower as an FC.
Yeah, Mike's come a long way, and it's been really great to see him actually, getting the opportunities to do these bigger things this war. It's pretty crazy to think that I remember when Mike Flood started FCing.
I just remember when he was like, Asher, can I backseat you? And Ash was like, oh.
I still remember the days where me and Mike Flood would be in Karma Fleet comms and be the laughing stock of the Corp for a year and a half.
Look, you are still the laughing stock of any comms you're in, Mifune.
Pretty much.
Don't get like ideas above your station.
Oh no, I know I'm still a laughing stock, but at least it's not that one Russian dude and Shingley dicking on me all day.
Mifune, you're a pretty damn good skirmish commander. I think you should take out more fleets, buddy. I'd go on every one of them.
If you want Shingley to dick on you, all you have to do is ask him nicely.
No, all you have to do is say, hi, I'm under the age of 52. And he'll be like, child.
Do you think there's ageism present in this game, Mifune?
No, just because you were really annoying when you were even younger than you are now. So probably about 11?
I was like, I was 12, almost 13 when I was in Karma Fleet.
I mean, somebody asked in Twitch chat, why is Mifune so sexy? And I'm just thinking, isn't that still jailbait?
I'm not sexy.
That wonderful baby face of Mifune's.
Mifune, am I allowed to make a derogatory sexual comparison about you? Are you okay with it?
Fuck.
Mifune has dick-sucking lips.
What?
They're very. He sent a picture with these super bright blue eyes and these like big, full, plump lips. I'm just saying.
And ironically, that's actually what he likes to do in his spare time when he's not playing Eve.
Speaking of which, Don, how is your new story coming?
As I said, I got to 4 pages of exposition, and I was like, "Well, this is too long."
But we like 4 pages of exposition. It's when you get to like 7 pages of exposition that it starts to get.
Oh, there was still going to be at least another page and a half of exposition potentially.
What you don't realize is that when it's like 10 pages long, that just makes it so much better.
So I've gotten to the setup and kind of the beginning, but now I'm kind of like at this block of like how to like naturally go from like the conversation to all of a sudden, sexy time. So
realistically, what you're struggling with is your overuse of the word light.
I can't help it, okay?
Have you posted your stories anywhere other than the Goon Swarm forums, Don?
Not officially anywhere. Listen, Mr. Statiel, with the amount of writing and the quality of writing that I do when it comes to my special stories, I could get paid for it.
Gonna be the new Chuck Tingle, Don.
If I had an actual good, if I had someone to help me focus my thoughts and stuff into a story, I could write the next 50 Shades of Grey and make a lot of money. The problem is I have a harder time writing one step to the next. I can write scenes. I'm very good at scenes, but writing like a full story of like getting from A to B to C to D, I can do A, I can do B, and I can do C. But getting from A to B, that's not always my strength. At least I feel.
Don? No, they have like writer's craft courses that you can take.
I know. I'm just not. I'm very creative, but I also like, because I take a lot of inspiration from obviously things I read or listen to or watch. I always feel very cliched about my topic, so I don't feel like I create anything unique.
So you watch a lot of gay porn, is what you're saying?
And no, talking about like stories. I like to put myself into a lot of stories and modify the story to fit my own characters.
But there's a difference between that and porn.
No, usually not gay. It's usually some sort of BDSM or something interesting going on here. That's usually where it's at. But yeah, hopefully I can work on the story this weekend. It just depends on when I'm inspired. I'm kind of got to a writer's block. It was like 2 a.m. I was like, I gotta go to bed. I can't stay up, keep writing this because it's going to take forever. So hopefully I can continue.
Well, we're all looking forward to it, Don. That's for certain.
But let's not go too far with the all. Thanks.
All right. Well, everyone but Dirk is looking forward to it, Don. That's for certain.
You know, I feel like I write some good stuff. Though it is rough. I would do well with I do have an editor that reads my stuff for grammatical correctness and stuff, but
who's your editor, Don?
My editor is my boo, Mr. Dox Heckard. So I have a British checking on my grammar and everything.
You have a British. A British.
Oh my god.
It's just funny because he always tries to, like, he doesn't.
I mean, doesn't that statement alone, like, prove why she needs somebody to check her grammar?
I don't
generalize perfect score.
3 or 4 different countries as one country.
Anyway, I keep telling him that when Americans think of the English, we say British. When we think of English people,
that's incredibly exclusionist.
Island.
I just say chirpers.
That's the thing.
I mean, she's not wrong. You think of a European.
Yeah, when I say British, what do you think of Mifune? You think of what Dox and Dirk are, right?
Yeah,
exactly. They want to say they're English, and they're not wrong.
I don't want to say I'm English.
That's fine.
Don't.
What are you? Are you Welsh? Because that'd be funny.
No, it's not about saying that you particularly are English. If you don't want to be English, then fine. But like, people that are in England usually are English, not necessarily like. I mean, if you say Britain, that could be Welsh, Scottish, English, could be anything.
And I try to explain to him that when Americans say British, we are thinking like cheerio, London, like that kind of bullshit. We're not thinking of the intricacies of the Welsh and the Scottish in there as well.
Am I still okay though? I think my Discord might be frozen.
It might be.
Yeah, you're talking.
I mean, we can hear you, but you don't seem to be having any issues with background noise.
But anyways, Dox edits my stuff because what I'll do is I'll just write and then we'll go back through and start like taking out things that didn't need to be there or things that are obviously like misspelled or things that are doubling up on the same topic that I was trying to get at and trying to make things sound more eloquent or flowy. But there's still some like I need a creative like.
I had really high hopes when you used the word eloquent and then you followed it up with flowy.
Well, that's all Don really knows. Like,
I want so Dirk, to scare you, I got a perfect score in in English, so
that does scare me.
Help you, like fuck, dude.
Just because I don't always say things a certain way, my mom is a grammar person. Like she is an English major. She's a literature major. She loves grammar. She loves the idea of building good stories with using the best words you can't, like, she's all about the words and shit, right? So like all my life I've always had to like you know, fit to that standard. So I got a lot of lessons when we did homeschooling for a couple of years. I got a lot of lessons in grammar and those weird niche cases and the different Oxford versus APA versus MLA versus Chicago style and all that shit. So
look where we are.
I guarantee I could still get a perfect score on that test for English.
Have you let your mom read any of your smut, Don?
No. I don't. She knows that I have a show on Thursdays, but I have explicitly told them not to watch. I just told them because they won't understand it, but it's because I don't want them to know like how much of a foul mouth I am.
I missed part of that.
If you think they don't know already, Dawn, you've probably like completely underestimated your parents.
They don't know. They're very very clueless. Anyways, I don't know how we got to 10 o'clock. How do we get to 10 o'clock?
Because we did.
No,
I wish I knew. I really do. I wish I knew.
Oh.
Dirk just wonders the amount of ADHD that goes on in here.
It's been a whirlwind of a show tonight. A whirlwind.
Yeah. It's been fun. And that's what we aim for, is to just have fun. Yes, we should get to final thoughts. So let's start with Mr. Birthday Boy. Are you still here, Ryek?
I am still here.
What is your final thought of the evening?
Wondering why I haven't been showered with ISK and why I don't have a super on contract yet.
Blame Pappy.
That's my final thought for tonight.
So Ryek wants money and a super. Noted. Dirk, do you have a final thought for the evening?
I do. Sign-ups for the Anger Games open at downtime on Saturday. That is 1100 Eve on the 23rd. If you want to submit a team, it is 2000 Plex and a submission of your team name and team captain's name on Discord. More details in the Anger Games Discord, which I linked earlier. And if you're interested in running a team for tournaments, like, this would be an ideal place for you to come try it out.
Docs Heckard, what is your final thought for the evening?
The final thought for the evening is, oh shit, I don't have a final thought ready.
Okay. Greg, what is your final thought for the evening?
Well, I got a couple of things. First of all, I'd like to remind everyone to keep sending their cute pet pictures to Mifune, so he can put them up on the Discord, on the INN Discord, and we will pick one for next week, and the winner will get 100 million ISK. And also, as message to Villy, ready to fuck, buddy.
You kind of just dived out on him with
dear Lord.
Put it over his head or something.
That's awesome. Ragnar, what's your final thought for the evening?
2 things. 1, Pittsburgh is a racist, and 2, Mad Cows needs ISK. That's it.
Okay. Mifune, do you have a final thought for the evening?
Yes, I've been told that Israd is recruiting, and Israd needs ISK, as well as ASCII is recruiting, as well as Israd and Mad Cows desperately need ISK so that they can afford their money towards the Palatine Keepstar. So donate to Israd.
You heard it here first. CCP have made a new Keepstar to go alongside the Palatine Keepstar. It's called the Palatine Keepstar. You heard it here first on Theta Thursday.
Look, Docs, at this point, you just can't expect these people to understand how words work. I'm sorry, but 2 hours of this have proved that words are a struggle for many of them.
I don't want to hear it, Mr. British man.
Like Dirk, like the words, like.
Where's that meme from Reddit where it's just, I like your funny words, Magic Man?
Well, I'm Canadian. How do you think I feel? I'm stuck in the fucking middle between you guys.
Oh my god, listening to you and Billy say a boot makes me just laugh every fucking time because it's just cute and funny. So my final thought for the evening is that it's pretty pathetic that Pappy can't fight outnumbered ever, and they can go suck a lemon at that fucking idea, get some balls, figure out how to do your shit, and fight us.
I mean,
we're fighting outnumbered for 7 months. You can do it too.
It was evident that they couldn't fight outnumbered or even with even numbers when they blew, what was it, 150 alliances?
Exactly.
Pretty much
Was it
the whole game.
150 alliances or was it 150,000 characters? I forget.
150,000 characters.
I believe it was both.
Maybe
it's 100 alliances.
For all
100
the
alliances,
Englishmen-
150,000 characters.
For all the Englishmen, how many S, C's, and H's are in the word stupid? I want to know.
Right now, fuck you.
Stupid?
Are you stupid? Yeah, like that.
Stupid. Don't make fun of Doxas in
I'm
his
not
Ozzy
making
Osbourne
fun of
version.
him. I'm making fun of Englishmen in general.
I mean, stupid is not a difficult word to pronounce.
Stupid.
The ST pronounce. The ST provides a long S into the T, which ends up becoming st. The stew.
Here's a question for you.
The way the vowels work, it's
no, we're
basic
at final
pronunciation
thought.
rules.
Wait a second. I got one thing for Dirk. The letter between G and I. Pronounce it, please.
H.
Oh, good for you. A lot of the
doesn't Doc say H?
Yeah, it's H. That's how that's a lot of the English pronounce it. I'd like to say one more thing too, and just thank everybody for coming out tonight, because what a blast! Really, we had a good show, and like all the people in Twitch chat that have been engaging us. Big shout out to them.
I appreciate everybody that comes and hangs out with us. So
we do this every Thursday.
Nobody knows how we do this every Thursday, or at least some of these people do this every Thursday. It's a struggle, but they do it.
We're here to provide a relaxing environment for Imperium members or people who like to see opposing viewpoints. Shoot the shit.
Everybody.
I still have yet to be showered with ISK.
You'll get nothing and you'll like it.
I still have yet to be relaxed by coming on this show, but we don't always get what
That's
we
because,
want, right?
hey, Dirk, take your own advice. Relax.
You love it, buddy. On Sunday, I will be turning 51 years of age, and depending on what's going on, I may have some kind of crazy roam. So keep an eye on your pings for that, folks.
I'm actually off work on Sunday, so I look forward to that, Greg.
Right on.
All right, let's cut it off. Let's close it down because we're going forever. So,
and as always,
good night, everyone.
Keep fucking that chicken.